In the vast expanse of our universe, where science meets speculation, the topic of alien abductions and UFO encounters remains one of the most intriguing and unsettling mysteries. For decades, countless individuals around the world have reported experiences that defy conventional explanation. Strange lights in the sky, inexplicable phenomena, and most chillingly, encounters with beings from beyond our world. But what if these accounts are more than just the stuff of science fiction? What if there is a real and profound reason behind these abductions? Some believe that extraterrestrial beings may be conducting experiments, studying our bodies, probing our minds, or even attempting to understand our very consciousness. From mysterious disappearances to unexplained physical marks, the stories are as varied as they are disturbing. Are these encounters the result of advanced extraterrestrial technology, or is there a deeper, more unsettling truth behind these experiences? Are we, as a species, being observed and studied by entities beyond our understanding? In today's exploration, we dive deep into one of the most compelling cases of alleged alien abduction, the Pascagoula Incident. Through the eyes of those who lived through it, we'll uncover the details of a night that forever altered their lives and left an indelible mark on the pages of UFO history. It was October 11th, 1973, a crisp autumn evening in Pascagoula, Mississippi. My friend Calvin Parker and I had decided to spend a relaxing night fishing by the river, a pastime we both enjoyed. The moon was full, casting a silvery glow over the calm waters. We set up our gear and began fishing, thinking it would be a peaceful evening. But what awaited us was anything but ordinary. As we fished, we talked about everything from work to the latest news.
Hey Calvin, how's it going with your work? Anything new?
Oh, nothing special, man. Just same old, same old. I hope I get more holidays on vacation this time. I'm planning to go out somewhere with my family this time. With this work and stuff, I barely get time to take them somewhere nice.
Yes, man, you are right. You should go to Hawaii or something.
The river was serene, and the only sounds were the gentle lapping of water against the shore and the occasional croak of a frog. That is, until we saw something that made our hearts race, an inexplicable bright light in the sky.
Hey, Charlie. Do you see that?
Yes, man, absolutely. What in the world is that? I don't know, buddy. I just hope that this isn't the thing that deleted the dinosaurs from this world.
Come on, man. This isn't a meteor or something. The light seems strange. Could be some giant military helicopter.
Sure as hell doesn't look like it.
It was unlike anything we had ever seen. It hovered and moved silently, casting an eerie glow over the landscape. At first we thought it might be a plane or a helicopter, but this was different. The object was huge, shaped like a giant glowing disc, and it didn't make any noise. It moved in a way that seemed almost deliberate, as if it was observing us. Calvin and I exchanged nervous glances, both of us trying to rationalize what we were seeing.
Oh no. Is it what I think it is?
Calvin, is that a goddamn flying saucer? Yeah, at least looks like it. Look at how it's moving. So smooth. The change in speed and direction is absolutely impossible for any manned craft, that's what I know. Whatever it is, it's not normal for sure.
Suddenly, the object began descending slowly, its lights growing brighter. It landed on the riverbank just a few hundred yards away from us. We could see it clearly now, a metallic, oval-shaped craft hovering above the ground. It was like something out of a science fiction movie, and it was happening right before our eyes. We were both scared, but also incredibly curious. We decided to investigate, hoping to find a logical explanation.
It looks like it's landing over there. Come on, Charlie. Let's see it from up close.
I don't know if that's a good idea, man.
As we approached the craft, the air around us felt charged and electric. The craft was enormous, at least 30 feet in diameter, with a series of pulsating lights around its edges. We noticed a strange, almost hypnotic hum emanating from it. My heart was pounding in my chest. We watched as 3 beings emerged from the craft. They were unlike anything we had ever seen. They had grayish, almost translucent skin, large almond-shaped eyes that seemed to reflect the lights of the craft, and limbs that looked unnaturally elongated. The beings moved towards us with an eerie, mechanical grace. They were clad in what looked like tight-fitting suits, and their eyes never blinked. It felt like we were in a dream, but the terror was all too real. As they approached, I felt a cold, metallic touch on my arm. I turned to Calvin, who was visibly shaking, and we both stood frozen in place. The beings didn't communicate with us verbally. Instead, they seemed to use a series of gestures and strange sounds that we couldn't understand. We were then led aboard the craft. The interior was bright and sterile, with walls covered in strange glowing panels and devices that we couldn't identify. The beings examined us using a variety of instruments. I recall feeling a mixture of fear and confusion as they poked and prodded us. Calvin was in a state of hysteria, and I was struggling to stay calm. Time seemed to lose all meaning as we were subjected to this bizarre examination. During the examination, I remember feeling a strange sense of detachment, as if I was floating in and out of consciousness. I couldn't remember the specifics of the examination, but it was clear that the beings were performing some kind of procedure. I also recall a feeling of extreme cold whenever one of the beings came near. It was as if they were not quite part of our world. The next thing we knew, we were back on the riverbank. The craft was now soaring into the sky, disappearing into the distance. We felt utterly disoriented. Hours had passed, but it seemed like only minutes to us. We were drenched in sweat and felt a strange, lingering cold. Calvin and I looked at each other, trying.
Hey, Calvin, are you all right?
How can you even ask that, man?
Do you think they did something to us, or was it a dream? You mean we both had the same dream? I don't think so. My legs hurt, man. I'm not sure if I can even stand.
Come on, let's drive to the cops.
And tell them what? That we were kidnapped by a bunch of aliens?
Yes, what if something like this happens again to someone else? Or our families? We gotta report it. It's our job as a responsible citizen, man.
Bro, you think the police can save us from something like that? Are you crazy or something? Not to mention we will become greatest clowns of all time in news and media. People will literally call us insane. Do you have any idea how it will impact our lives of our families?
Look, I know this is hard, but we gotta do the right thing. You don't need to involve yourself if you want. I'll tell them to leave you out of it after the interrogation, all right?
Oh man, I hate this.
In a state of shock, we drove straight to the local police station. We reported the incident, and soon after, the Air Force became involved. They conducted interviews, took statements, and administered lie detector tests to both Calvin and me. We passed the tests, which seemed to validate our claims, but many remained skeptical. The media got wind of our story, and suddenly, we were the center of attention. with people questioning our credibility and motives. The public reaction was mixed. Some people believed us, while others thought we were either mistaken or lying. Despite the skepticism, the experience had left an indelible mark on both Calvin and me. We became known as the Pascagoula Guys, a label that came with both fascination and derision. Over the years, we've been invited to speak at conferences and share our story, but the scrutiny and speculation never seemed to end. As I look back on that night, I still grapple with the uncertainty of what happened. The abduction has had a profound impact on my life, changing how I view the world and my place in it. I often wonder about the beings we encountered and what their intentions were. Despite the ridicule and doubt, I know what I saw, and I know what Calvin and I experienced was real to us. Standing here by the river, I'm reminded of that fateful night. It's a place where the ordinary and the extraordinary intersect. Whether it was a genuine extraterrestrial encounter or something else, the Pascagoula abduction remains a pivotal chapter in my life. And as I reflect on those moments of fear and wonder, I carry with me the memory of a night that defied explanation and left us with more questions than answers.